Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. So in today's class we are going to start with our next topic, that is art of Indian artisans. See, in our last class we already had studied about the second chapter, cultural heritage of India, that is traditional handicrafts and fine art. So basically in this chapter we are going to study about the Indian arts and artisans. There were many different types of handicrafts, different types of arts, and which we are going to study in this chapter. So let's begin. So, art of Indian artisans. There were many different types of arts in our India. The beauty of Indian cultural heritage is lying in traditional art of its artisans. So basically the Indian culture or the heritage is lying in tradition of art and its artisans. We have many different types of arts, that is why our Indian culture is very rich. This they have skillfully developed varied lifestyle of people through their remarkable art and handicrafts industries. So basically they had, because of their art and because of their architecture, we had come to know about the people or the lifestyle of the people through uh, that at that time. So weaving and embroidery, wooden art, clay work, drawing, painting, leather industry, enamel work, sculpture, architecture, acrylic work, diamond related artisans, workmanship, knitting work have their unique identity in India. So basically these are all different types of arts and handicrafts which were there during our ancient times, and we are going to study about all these works in our chapter. So I am not going to waste my time over here. I am starting with the first art, that is the clay work. So art, clay work. Men and clay have been closely associated since ancient times. So as you all know that in our India or in our traditions it is said that a man is always close to the clay, right? How? See, the whole life of man revolves around it, from the cradle to the grave. So it is said that over here cradle means from the birth and grave means to the till the death. So the Indian or the life of Indian is said that we are revolved, or we always revolve means we always move around clay, because from the birth to death. Why? Because most of the things or most of the tools or anything which we use are made of clay. Before the invention of metal, clay things were used abundantly. So before the invention of metal, when metal was not there in our India, clay things were used abundantly. Abundantly means in a very large quantity. Toys, pots, pitchers, earthen lamps, clay stoves, that is chula. So this all things were made of clay, right? Pots, you can tell the lamps, then clay stoves, that means chula, or gas stoves. Gas stoves which were made of clay. Then claywares were made by the potters to store grains. And not only the toys and the lamps and stoves we used to use of clay, but along with that we also used the different uh, things, different vessels and utensils. Why? Because there were they used to store, there were no metal or any other metal available at that time. So what they used to do is they used to make this big storage vessels for grains. They used to store grains in that. Then they used to store milk, ghee, curd, buttermilk, etc. So basically they used to make clay vessels to store all these things. Maximum kitchenwares were made of clay, and most of the kitchenwares were made of clay only. We have got many clay utensils of red color that belong to Lothal, Mohenjo-daro and Harappan culture of ancient times. As we had studied that archaeologists take go to these sites like these places, and they search on all these things, and because of that we came to know that in ancient time they used to have this types of vessels, this types of gas stoves, lamps, pots, etc. So how did they came to know? Because they had, the archaeologists got these types of clay vessels from that areas. So after that, potter wheels is considered to be the best device for clay work in ancient India. So potter wheels, right? The wheel on which this clay vessels or clay utensils or clay toys, everything which is made of clay, it is made on this potter wheel, and that is why it is considered the best device for clay work in ancient India. So in ancient times, this was the best device, that is the potter wheel. Then in present times also we have seen garba, that is a pitcher, that is a pot type shape pitcher. See over here, pot pitcher means having pot having holes containing earthen lamp inside. See, if you must know that during Navratri your mother keeps that diya lit on that pot, right? You can see during Navratris this type of pictures which are having holes. So we still see that types of utensils and clay work in our India. Then the next is, that is continued. See, India was famous for producing the baked utensils of baked clay as well as unbaked clay, which is also called as terracotta. So unbaked clay is called as terracotta. So India was very famous, it was world famous, that they used to produce or they used to make this baked utensils or baked clay as well as. So what they used to do is they used to bake this utensils made of clay, or they used to bake that clay and make utensils out of it. So that why they used to bake, that is because they used to make that clay strong by baking. They used to make that clay strong by baking, and with that baked clay they used to make utensils, or they either used to make utensils out of the clay and then they used to bake it. So this was very famous during ancient times. This is known by seeing remains of old and handmade clay utensils found from Nagarjuna Konda in South India and Lagnaj in Mehsana district. So this came to be known by the remains of this old utensils, homemade clay utensils from these sites. So over here there is one more topic called as art of weaving. So as you all know what is weaving, weaving means nothing but it is a type of stitching, right? The art of making long threads using small pieces of cotton from cotton balls and joining them together is called as art of spinning. So from cotton, as we all know that from cotton we make thread, and from that thread we make a bunch of thread through spinning. We do that process through spinning, that is we make thread from the small piece of cotton ball, right? That process is called as spinning. We all know that Gandhiji has given it a special importance as a cottage industry and joined it with Swadeshi to make us self-relevant under the banner of freedom movement, which had created a new history. So as we all know that the spinning process was made through charkha. You must have all seen that thing. So that was being known or well known because of Gandhiji, because Gandhiji gave it a very special importance and told that this can make our India self reliant, which means Atmanirbhar, that is self reliant, which means Atmanirbhar. Why? During the time of freedom movement, so that we don't get dependent on the other foreign products. So this thing made our India self reliant, which has created a new history. And this spinning or this art of spinning was has made our India a new India. So during that time it had created a new history. So in this art of weaving there are many different other topics as well. So this we are going to study in our next class. Thank you.